Upon a crime in Hollywood, class action attorney Kelly Hyman. Kelly, it's great to have you on. Anita, put them up on the screen. I want to go over them one more time, the counts. 3 counts aggravated rape, 2 counts kidnapping, 1 count assault with intent to rape. And one of the victims says, quoting here, there it is back on the screen, "I've waited so long to have my day in court with him, and the fact that now he's able to just go back to his life and walk around for a year, and he could get away and he could do it to somebody else, it's just sad." Kind of sad and kind of stunning. What are your thoughts on this?
Absolutely. And first and foremost, my thoughts and prayers go out to these young women to go through something like this, so horrific and so horrible. But when we look at it from a legal standpoint, we have to understand that a person in the law is innocent until they're proven guilty in the court system. And so he is out on jail right now. Ultimately, it was up to the judge to make a determination whether he was a flight risk or not a flight risk, and if he should stay in jail during the time before he goes to trial, or he should be out on jail. So ultimately, it's going to go to trial, and the jury will come back based on the facts and evidence whether he's guilty or innocent.
They also have to assess threat level, right?
Absolutely. That's a really good point as well. Absolutely. Flight risk as well. They've taken away his passport from what I've heard, and absolutely that is definitely one factor the judge considered.
And Anita, you were talking about the whole defense, the utensils and so forth, and the defense is going to argue that.
Yeah, you know, it's interesting the way they were able to obtain his DNA. They followed him to a dinner and they took his drinking glass and his utensils and they got the DNA that way. His attorney says that's unconstitutional. What do you think?
Right. Well, that's a really interesting argument. But we have to look at how this first started. So allegedly a family member did a 23andMe and did some DNA testing as well. And because of that DNA testing, he became a person of interest and they started surveillancing him. And allegedly he put some utensils and stuff and did not use them. So there can be an argument made that he basically like throwing out trash. He got rid of it. And so therefore he had no longer any responsibility to do anything. So it wasn't their fault for getting those items.
While I've got you, I want to put this up because Daniel Penny could be indicted tomorrow. And he said this yesterday. Watch.
Some people say I was trying to choke him to death, which is also not true. I was trying to restrain him. You can see in the video there's a clear rise and fall of his chest, indicating that he's breathing. I was trying to keep him on the ground until the police came. I was praying that the police would come and take this situation over.
Yeah, there's been a lot of talk about this. Jordan Neely, of course, was killed, the chokehold. He's been accused of murder. Will he be indicted, Kelly?
Well, ultimately, that's going to be up to the grand jury based on the facts and evidence, and we'll have to see. So he is, of course, innocent till proven guilty. So if he is indicted, then that's when in New York, under New York law, then that's when the trial happens. And he could potentially face 3 different crimes.
What's your instinct?
I don't know.
You're not going out on a limb?
I'm not.
You're not going to game this for us?
I'm not. What's your thoughts?
I think that he probably, because it's easy to indict people, I think he probably will be indicted. I mean, I think it's going to be a different case in court, but I think, you know, it's easy maybe to get somebody indicted. I don't know. Anita?
Well, I just wonder if it's going to provide sort of like a chilling effect, people not wanting to step in and stop a violent situation. I just have to wonder about that.
Yeah. Anita? Kelly, thank you. First up in tonight's Crime Roundup, gun